If you're looking for Twingo, you came to the right place. If you're looking for Twingo, just look right in my face. I was born standing up and talking back. My daddy was a green-eyed Maggie Jack because it's Twingo. My middle name is Misery. Actually, my name is Luca. I live on the second floor. It's Twingo. So don't you mess around with me. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, can you believe it, to yet another episode of Twingo. This is, in fact, Twingo 74, episode 74. This is not something adults should be doing with their time, and yet here I am, here we are, here you are. So yes, we are going to play Twingo, and we're going to play Twingo Firewalk with me, of course, to mark the anniversary of that film that was lambasted upon release. And yet we all knew when we saw it for the first time that it was fucking great and that everybody else was fucking wrong. So we're going to play Twingo, but, well, we can't play Twingo. Not until we bring to the stage the queen of the Double R Club herself, the organ grinder to my monkey, not that euphemism, my wife, Rose Thorne. It's happening again.
Big news.
They don't clap for long, do they?
Big news. I found a timer, so it can clap for a whole minute.
But it kept stopping.
Yeah, it restarts. We're back. Ah!
Just going to move Jack here, if I may.
Jack's back, baby.
Jack's back, baby. Jack's back. Jack's
We're
back.
dropping.
Jack.
I'm slow, Jack. Slow, Jack. As far as you can.
Jack's gone. Jack's back. We're back. Jack's gone. Twingo, baby. Oh yeah. So we've got fans pointed at us because frankly,
Melting.
getting the energy for Twingo is difficult when it's been this hot for this long. It is quite revolting in so many ways. But we've got fans pointed at us. We've got things. We've got balls. So how many new players do we have?
18.
18 new players. That's the same every time. It's so weird. What are the chances? In which case I have
But
to...
a big shout out to one of the random players who, Keith Rainbow. Welcome to your first.
Welcome, Keith, into our dream.
So out of the 18, that was the one I picked.
That's the one you picked. Wow, what are the chances?
What a guess.
So yes, I will go through the rules very, very quickly. It's very, very simple. You're aware of what bingo is. You're aware of what Twin Peaks is. You don't have to know anything about Twin Peaks. Not really. You just have to know it's like a thing. Isn't it that thing? Twin Peaks, that's that thing, right? Yeah. So bingo, Twin Peaks bingo, Twingo. It's Twin Peaks bingo, it's Twingo. It's a composite word. It's a portmanteau word. It's Twin Peaks bingo, it's Twingo. Basically, each and every one of these balls may correspond to one of the squares on your Twingo card that you will already have. How many squares on a Twingo card? 25, apparently that's what that means. 25 squares on a Twingo card. One of these balls may correspond to any one of them. If it does, simply take a writing implement and cross it off to follow your progress. If you don't have a writing implement, maybe you're some kind of bingo aficionado. Maybe you've got like a dabber. Oh, then dab. If you don't have a writing implement, if you don't have a dabber, simply take your fingers thus and make a hole in the paper, or as we say here, invaginate, and thus follow your progress. We are looking for a Twingo player to cross, dab, or invaginate every single one of those 25 squares. We're not looking for a line. We're not looking for a diagonal. We're looking for a full card, or a full lodge, as we say here. At which point, if you get that, then you must type into the comments below the word Twingo in capital letters, please, with as many exclamation marks as you feel is appropriate. That means you're calling Twingo. You've won the game, or you're claiming that you have, at which point we take a screen grab and then we keep playing. Why do we keep playing? Because each and every game of Twingo has how many winners? 3 winners, and this evening's game is no exception. So we'll keep playing until we get 3 calls of Twingo. Now, should you call Twingo when you don't actually have Twingo, if you've made a mistake, each and every one in the comments below will get the chance to call you an imbecile in capital letters with as many exclamation marks as they think is fit. But there will be 3 winners, or we will not stop. Don't make me come over there. So yes, 3 winners. Oh, there's one last thing. There is one of the balls in here. No, it's not that one. I thought I'd maybe seen it. No, I haven't. Oh, I have, yes. I'll mix it up again.
Smart.
One of the balls in here has written on it, the Log Lady. And when that ball is called, nothing's been called yet, but when that ball is legitimately called, then we hope you raise a glass. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. Raise a glass, whatever beverage you have to hand, and drink a toast to Catherine Coulson, the Log Lady. Nothing's been called. Have we had to replenish our gin?
This is my third double gin in an hour.
Not. That's not even a joke.
And I've finished the chocolate. I have tomorrow off work.
So, anything could happen in the next 2-3 hours.
Keith says, "What the chances? 18 new players, and you got
Who
10.
knows? I mean,
Who knew, Keith?
You're the lucky one.
But welcome.
Or unlucky. Potato.
I've just dropped it on the floor.
Well, it's
I
empty.
think I've had a lot to drink in a really
You
short
think?
period of time.
Right. And we're kind of not used to it.
Well, Maya says, she said, I'm glad they explained the rules. I've kind of forgotten. You haven't forgotten, Maya. You played
There's
all
going to be a lot of
73
how do
times.
we do this moments this evening because it's only been a couple of months.
So we've been playing it at the
2-3
Double R
months.
Club. The last game, I kid you not, Twingleers, 4 minutes. Start, finish, winners,
Now there are only 9 squares on the card when we do it at the club,
4 minutes.
but there's not much room. There's not much time, so we have to fucking plow through it. We managed to do it in 4 minutes. It's kind of it's speed Twingo. I try and get the little calls and the idiosyncrasies in, but I get the look, and then we move on.
But we came back to the Double R after lockdown.
We did.
Played Twingo every month. Every single month, somebody comes running up to the stage, all excited. We're keeping them at arm's length, and they shout, "Twingo, Twingo!" They give me their card. They've only got a line.
Imbecile.
Fucking idiots.
Imbecile.
Imbeciles.
Every single time it's happened since we came back. So I think maybe COVID has addled their brain. Maybe COVID's addled our brain because we've had COVID since we last did this.
Oh, God, yeah, that's a palaver. We'll tell you about that later on if you can bear the excitement. Yeah, idiots. They're all bloody idiots.
Bloody idiots.
Not like you. You know what you're doing, don't you? Keith, you know what you're doing.
He's all over it. Keith's all over it like a flannel.
Like a rash.
Like a cheap suit. Suit. So, are we ready to hit the road, Jack? Don't you come back no more.
I made myself a Clover Club, second of the night. Had a little rose gin in the middle.
Just to pad it out, you know,
But
you've got
I had, Patrick accurately spotted that I was eating caramel. Best chocolate in the world. It's finished though.
Is it chocolate though?
Hey, it is chocolate.
What's the definition of chocolate? Because white chocolate, some people say, isn't chocolate, don't they?
What's the definition of happiness is what I would ask.
Or you can't even. This is what it's come to. This is entertainment, people.
White chocolate with caramelized milk powder.
Well, you see, white chocolate, some people argue, isn't chocolate. And I can't eat white chocolate.
Oh, what a surprise! The caramel is finished. Thanks to me.
Yeah, when did you buy that? Was it 5 minutes ago? Shall we play Twingo? Let's Twingo!
I mean,
Let's Twingo.
I think people like to hear what's been going on in our lives.
Nothing is the answer. Nothing. Nada. Nix. Absolutely goose egg.
Monkey's still alive.
That's not really happening. That's a lack of happening. Lack of death.
Oh, Patrick. Oh, my God. Caramac covered digestives. Holy shit. Patrick.
Now you've done it.
I've never seen such things. Oh.
You can make your own.
Oh, I've made chocolate left. You know. Caramac. Oh, digestives. Patrick, keep an eye out. If you find another packet, get it in the post.
Is that the post sound and
But not
mine?
today because the post is on strike tomorrow.
Post is on strike tomorrow. Everything's on strike. If you don't live in England or even Britain, everything's on strike.
Yeah.
Everything's on strike.
If we
Because
cut
this
out
government
because
is
of the
such
strike.
a shower of cunts. That's my political discourse for the evening.
Politics, Benjamin Lush.
Let's Twingo!
I've got my hands in the ball.
Okay, hands in the balls. Eyes down for a full lodge. I think I said everything, didn't I? Yeah, I said the imbecile. I said the toast and the...
Starting off with a pink ball.
That doesn't mean...
Eyes down. Pay attention.
First ball
I
out
will only
tonight.
say this once. First ball out tonight. It's Sarah Palmer.
Sarah Palmer, Smokey McSmokeface herself. Sarah Palmer, if you have Sarah Palmer in one of the squares on your Twingo card, simply cross it off, dab it, or invaginate, and we're off to the races.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Kate's trying to unionize her work. Look what happened to Amazon. Oh.
Yeah, but Starbucks, they unionised.
I'm in the union. When I was 16, my dad said, you need to join the union and you need to join the AA. not the AA, Alcoholics Anonymous.
No, it took you a bit longer
I
for
hadn't reached
the.
that at 16. But yeah, joined the AA at 16. Joined the union at 16. So yeah, my union is threatening to go out on strike, so that'll be interesting.
I do have a union, but equity can't really go out on strike, can they? It doesn't really work like
You've
that.
got to have a job to go out on strike.
You've got to have a job to go out on strike, and frankly, I don't have one.
This don't count.
If you turned up to a one-night cabaret gig and then you got the phone call from equity and you just said, "I'm sorry, I'm on strike. I can't do this job." It's kind of a different scenario.
It's embarrassing.
It's a little bit better than working for a living.
Up the workers, come on, Wendy.
Right up the workers. They don't like it up.
Oh, he made that film about the horror guy. It's Robert Engels.
Robert Engels, who co-wrote Firewalk with Me, not Robert Englund, who she always seems to deliberately misconstrue him as Robert Engels. He's with the Engels now. He's not. Robert Engels, co-writer of Firewalk with Me.
Well, Patrick, I expect you belong to equity as well. Patrick's asking our equity a union. They are indeed, Patrick.
That's all they are.
They fight for your rights.
Not to party, though. You have to fight for your own right to party, as laid down in the Beastie Boys collective from many years ago.
You've got. Ooh, party.
Is that how that goes?
I drank too much too early.
We're like right at the beginning now. This can only get.
Well, we went out on Saturday and I was driving.
Drunk too much, she said, picking up the glass to drink some more. Sippers, not gulpers.
Oh, it's another pink one.
Doesn't
Well, it does mean something. Some of them mean something. It's Jacques Renault.
Jacques Renault. That's not Renault Twingo. That's Jacques Renault. Jacques Renault. The great Went.
Of course, Renault never replied to our emails for a
Sponsorship deal.
Deal.
I think they're more likely to reply with a cease and desist letter.
That would be awkward, wouldn't it?
A little bit. We'd have to call it something else.
So I'm wondering, we haven't seen you since the Queen had that party.
And to be fair, we can't see you now.
What have you been up to? What have you been up to? Everybody's still alive. John and Paul didn't make it. But, you know...
Had a better offer.
We've got you guys. We don't need them.
Screw those guys.
What have you been up to? Tell us. We want to know. Had a lot of drunk.
She's had a lot of drunk.
Oh. Patrick says he's just bitter and twisted.
Well, it's funny you should mention this, and I've never really elucidated on this before, so this is an exclusive.
Ooh, exclusive Twingo.
I don't know if you can read that cufflink. I'm not sure you can.
Backwards.
Read that? You can read it, I think. That one says bitter, and so therefore, of course, this one says twisted. And I've worn those cufflinks at every single double R club we've ever done. And no one's ever asked me what cufflinks they are or whether they say anything. And now you know, and nobody else knows. So.
But I bought you them before you even entered the world of
Yes,
cabaret.
you did. Yes, I've had these for many, many years. Bitter, twisted.
Did you always wear them on that arm?
I do.
Oh.
So that it reads bitter and twisted.
Twisted bitter. Didn't work. But yeah, I bought you these when we'd only known each other probably a couple of years. I had your number right from the start.
Right. She went, well, he's an arsehole. Let's get him some bitter and twisted cufflinks.
But one day he will be rich beyond our wildest dreams, so stick with him.
When's that? Is that anytime soon? Because
I think on a Tuesday it said it was going to happen.
Let's go, Tuesday.
Oh, Jay's saying, can I have a link with those cufflinks? Honestly, Jay, I bought them probably 25 years ago.
There was some designer shop on Upper
You've
Street.
got the box.
I've got the box. Let me get the box.
It's fun to get the box, Jay. You're in luck. I don't know whether or not they still make them.
Simon Carter, London. Simon Carter, London. That's the original box they came in. You can see how fucked it is. But yes, that's where they came from.
Yeah, so get looking, Jay. And Pete followed up by saying he cleaned up poop at work today. So we've got all kinds of workers here cleaning up poop and people who do this for a living.
Not really a living though, to be fair.
Right.
Let's Twingo.
It's red.
But you've already said that.
And I'm a little bit drunk. But I've taken tomorrow off work, so it's okay.
You've told them that as well.
Have I?
Yes. I've got water if you need it.
I don't
You
need
to-
water.
No.
Write it in your diary.
Write it in your diary. Write it in your diary. Dear diary, today I learned something. Today I learned. Write it in your diary.
You're quite aggressive.
Well, that was White House, so you've got to be aggressive when you're mimicking the White House. I think that might be Philip Best. Now I'm just talking about things that you know nothing about and don't care about. It's called waffling, bloviation.
Oh, Amanda and Andy have adopted a cat. Yay, cats.
Called?
What's the cat called?
What's the cat called,
Can't
obviously?
just say, unless it's called Cat. We saw a programme the other day there, or it was on the internet, and somebody adopted a dog called dog number 73.
I think it was 37.
37.
Yeah, it was
Dog 37. And we thought, what a great name for an animal. Dog
Yeah.
37.
Let's call it 37.
But they changed it to something stupid like, I don't know, Madonna or Prince or something. But it's, Dog 73.
You could call it 47, which is the code name of the Hitman in the Hitman games.
Oh,
Agent 40. Just called the dog 47.
a little bit of intel there into how Benjamin Lewis spent.
Killing many people.
Andrea and Jay got COVID.
Yeah, we did too.
Kate and Kev caught COVID, so we all got COVID.
So we're in good company, is what you're
We
saying.
got COVID as well, but yeah, thank the Lord for the vaccines, because we were pretty much not bad.
I had a bit of a fever and I had a bit of a
Cough.
cough, but and sort of like unmotivated. But the real problem with us getting COVID is that I got it, and then
I didn't.
Rose kept testing negative, and we already knew a married couple, where she got it and he didn't get it.
Never got it.
So we're thinking, oh, she'll be okay then. How many days was it?
5 days.
5 days, and she was due to go and visit her sister in Scotland.
Hot tub. I was going to visit the hot tub.
The hot tub, because
Let's not
her sister has a
oversell
hot
this.
tub in Scotland. Went to the hot tub, had a good couple of days, then tested positive. So was trapped up there for extra
Trapped.
time.
I was relegated to my niece's bedroom, but thankfully my niece has Netflix in her bedroom, because all the kids do. So we were able to watch the same movie, separated apart by 600 miles, but joined together by.
We'd say, okay,
by
3,
the
2,
net-
1, go, and then we'd meet back at the end of the film and say that was shit, or that was good, or I like that bit.
So yeah, in a way, Netflix kept us together during our.
That's how you Netflix
part.
and chill with the distance.
So the cat's called Whiskey. My mum
Whiskey,
and Dad,
yes.
My mum and Dad's dog was called
It
Whiskey,
was, yes.
but after the whiskey rather than
After what?
whiskers.
Rather than the.
After her whiskers, not favourite tipple, said Amanda.
Well, why not Whisker then? Whiskers then.
Because it's named by a child.
Always a mistake.
Whiskey was my
When
mum
we
and
got a
Dad's
dog when we were kids.
not us.
No, me and my sister when we were kids. We got a dog and we'd not had a dog. And they said, what do you want to call it? And I think my sister just said the first thing that came into her head, and she said Taffy. So we called the dog Taffy.
Taffy's a good name, I think, for a dog.
It is, but
Especially that dog, it looked like a taffy.
yeah, it was a good dog. Yeah. Dead now.
Hated you.
No, it didn't. It was fine with me.
Okay. Whatever.
I did once. My dad had, and this is just between you and me. My dad had this like scale model of like like an old sailing ship with rigging and sails and
rigging.
everything. And I was just bored mucking about with like a rubber ball, and I threw it, and it hit the thing and damaged it a bit. And I blamed the dog. I said she jumped up, went for it, and it just
I have not heard that.
I only just remembered it.
30 years later, new story from Benjamin Lewis and Rose Dawn. How could you?
Terrible.
That poor
A terrible
dog.
person. That's what I am. That's who I am. That's what I do. Let's Twingo. So the waffle may be high this evening.
John
Grill 'em,
Atfield
bake
says,
'em, fry 'em, eat 'em.
have you seen the show on Netflix about cat behaviour and training them? I can't even train him. I don't think I could train
It popped up the other day, and you looked like you said you were interested.
Oh, what's that?
But we watched something else. What did we watch? We watched Caliber,
That's
a film called Caliber,
film,
which was
Scottish.
quite tense, Scottish thriller kind of film.
Yeah. Pete Python, you're a bit.
That's not his name.
You're a bit premature with that old
Yeah.
statement.
Calm your jets,
Calm your
Peter.
jets. We're only 20 minutes in,
And we've called what, 4 balls?
and Keith is thinking, "What have I done? What have I done?"
Not too late to
He's still
save
having
you.
fun, Keith.
Please save yourself. Let's Twingo.
Right, let's see. The comments keep going.
Keep going because they keep changing Facebook.
I have 3 balls in
3
my hand.
balls.
I'm going to read them really quick.
You're going to 3 ball it.
I
Oh dear. Right.
What?
No, I just remembered I've done something.
Oh dear. I have the fury of my own momentum.
Say that again. It was I, is it?
I have the fury of my own momentum.
I have the fury of my own momentum. I have the fury of my own momentum. Cross it, dab it. You know.
Oh, Rupert said he hasn't had COVID yet and is starting to feel a little like the odd one out at a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time we'd got it in 2.5 years. It's our first instance of COVID.
And that's happened to a lot of people.
A lot of
I've
people.
seen a lot of people going, I dodged it for 2.5 years and now it got me.
Got me. So yeah, the trick I think, Rupert, is not to let people lick you when you're in public.
Rupert?
Yeah, Rupert.
Ah, I thought you were talking to Keith.
No, Rupert hasn't had COVID.
Ah.
But what happened, Rupert, was we did a show, and frankly, he let people lick him in the foyer. Not the euphemism.
That's not a euphemism. And nor did I actually do that.
I blame Shell and Pete coming down from Manchester with their largy.
With their Northern Germs, yeah.
Yeah.
The Northern Germs. Now that's a name for a band.
You could have that as a song.
Yeah.
That'd be a good song name from the Windabarrels. Lots of people haven't had it. Oh, look at you being all fancy. Anyway, I am supposed to be reading out these balls. It's a white ball. Oh, John Atfield. He hasn't had it because he thinks it's a 3G conspiracy. No, you don't, John.
5G.
5G. 3G is like so last year, isn't it? I've had quite a lot to drink. Oh, I don't know what I've done.
Oh, we know we've lost it all now. Oh dear.
Oh,
there
there
it
you go.
is. Okay, white ball.
White ball. Oh, it makes a lot of sense when you know what it says. The pale horse.
Hey! Why the long face? The pale horse. Woe to the ones who behold the pale horse. The pale horse.
Killer Bob.
Killer Bob. Simply Killer Bob. Who was it what done all them murders? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was the chap known as Killer Bob.
Killer Bob. Not Teresa Banks.
No, not Teresa Banks, but Teresa Banks at Santander. Teresa Banks. Teresa Banks. Cross dab.
Ah, so, Maya's asked an interesting question on the old chatterbox here. She's saying, when's a new album coming from the Windabarrels? Hey.
I hear it's being or has been recorded.
Oh, really? You should play in London again.
Yes.
That would be kind of cool. Because Keith, if you haven't heard the Windabarrels, check them out, dude. They are
The, as in Thee, Wyndham Earls.
They are the most awesome of rock bands and will make your heart sing no matter what day of the week.
Basically, if you don't want to dance when you hear the Wyndham Earls, you are clinically dead. That's how it works. That's a medical fact.
Yeah. And kind of cool kids as well.
You'll want to dance. You'll want to lick the flipper.
Ooh, is that a quote that they can put on the next album about the Windabarrels?
Well, lick the flipper is a song. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Not very good with words.
It's good job we don't have to speak a lot this evening.
2 balls.
2 balls.
Ooh. Haps Diner.
It's the diner, owned presumably by Hap. It's Hap's Diner. Hap's Diner. Hap's Diner. Cross dab.
Abandoned train car.
Abandoned train car. Abandoned train car. We once did a little skit, didn't we, at the Twin Peaks Festival in an abandoned.
We did a murder.
in an abandoned train car. We killed Laura Palmer, I don't know how many times.
13 times.
13 times in one day.
One weekend.
It was the staging of the thing in a pitch black thing lit only by a torch. It was terrifying and it was great. And some of the cast members from Twin Peaks saw it and were terrified. Sherilyn Fenn was absolutely petrified.
She lost her shit a bit.
She did a little
The
bit.
One-armed man came out. Al came out calmest you could ever
He
imagine.
loved it, yeah.
That was very good. Thanks, Al. Al Strovel. Best,
Phenomenal bloke.
second best friend of the Twin Peaks cast. Was that a ball? We read out something.
No,
Said
no,
Al
no.
Strovel.
Yes, no. You said it, but you said it quietly. Because you're mumbling, because you're drunk. You're not going to... She's gone for the cat now. Oh, you hear that? Abuse. Monkey! Monkey. She looks overjoyed to be on screen.
She loves it. She's nearly 15 and living her best life. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monkey Show. Ah. The joy isn't in your eyes, is it, Monkey?
It's not. Never is. Funny.
It's funny because I think she's having the best life, but I don't think she is. I'm not sure whether that make her happy. The man from another.
Now, let's get it straight. Is this the woman from just down the way?
No.
No, it's the man from another place. Crossed out. Crossed up. Crossed up.
Ooh.
Crossed up. Crossed up. Crossed
The-
up. Crossed up. Crossed up. And now we just do this for an hour. No. Crossed up. That's it. That's it. Quickly, say something.
The Roadhouse.
The Roadhouse. A polar bear fell on me. The Roadhouse.
Apparently they're remaking that.
Yes, with Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's weird. isn't
That's
it?
really weird because it's like a cheesy, let's be honest, shit film, Roadhouse. The Patrick Swayze, is he looking at me or the bloke behind me is in it. It's a cheesy 80s film which you can enjoy on a certain level, but it's not a good film. Why would you remake it? And why would Jake Gyllenhaal, who's a really good actor, be in it?
I think because at some point in every career, much like what was his name who was in the Titanic?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Much like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sorry, who? Leonardo?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Everybody wants to be mounted by a bear. And so they want to remake the Roadhouse, but make the bear scene at the end a little bit more realistic than perhaps it was. I went there.
You went there. You live there.
I am there.
I am him.
Pink. It's still not cold.
COVID.
Do you know who I am? I am the arm.
Do you know who I am? I am the arm. Do you know who I am?
Do that
I'm
again.
the arm.
So is my whole arm moving?
You're not bending at the elbow. So first of all, sort of bend at the elbow, right? So the elbow goes up, right? But then the hand follows like this. So the hand is always the last thing to move, like this.
Creepy deepy.
Creepy, as you so rightly say, DP. Has everyone been watching Sandman?
Mr. Sandman.
That's wildly uneven, isn't it? Some good stuff.
And they never do the song.
They've got to do it at some point.
Bring me a treat.
At least do Enter Sandman by Metallica.
I think we did that in Stranger Things, did we not?
Oh yes, no, it was that. I don't know. I don't know one Metallica from another. Frankly, it all sounds like a dreadful noise to me. You can't understand what they're saying. No, I don't know. I'm not really up on Metallica. But speaking of Stranger Things, you just wait till later on. That's all I'm saying.
There is a Cadbury versus Cancer night coming up at the Royal Vauxhall Tavern in a couple of weeks. More about that later on. It's yellow. What could that mean? Like a turkey in the corn.
Like a turkey in the corn. Gone. Gone. Like a turkey in the corn. Like a turkey in the corn.
I mean, Snake, there is a couple of good episodes in The Sandman. The stuff with David Thewlis is frankly
it is very uneven, but there are some real gems in there. We haven't finished the last ones that dropped. But there's a lot of kind of quite whimsical, airy-fairy stuff that is not really for me. And there's some very bad acting. But David Thewlis is great in it.
And also, you know, he's not attractive enough.
Well, you see...
In my head, he should be a pale, gaunt, tall, spiky-haired goth from the mid to early
Well, you basically
80s.
want a tall Pete Murphy.
I want Pete Murphy
with more hair
from the 80s, not Pete Murphy now. I want Pete Murphy from the 80s.
Well, Pete Murphy's not very tall, so he needs to be taller anyway.
That moment in The Hunger where he's sitting in the chair and the music blares out.
That's not in The Hunger. That's the
TDK accent, but that's what I wanted in The Sandman.
The bit when he comes to the chain link like that.
He's a little bit too pinky of cheek and a little too healthy looking. And, you know, I like my goths looking 1 hour away from death.
Well, that was one of the nicest thing in episode 6, I think it is. There's 2 of them just walking on the road. He's one of them, and you just see them walking down a normal street and it kind of struck me. Oh, it just looks like 2 goths walking down the road, and you just don't see that anymore. And it was quite a nice image.
You didn't nowadays,
back in the day. But I did see someone posted the cast from I think it was a radio version of the Sandman. And the same guy played Morpheus.
Oh, really?
So I think he's kind of been playing him for some time. And so therefore, when they made it, Neil Gaiman said, I want him, he gets it. Or
unlike the guy who plays Kaneki in Greece,
who, of course, when it was on stage, was playing Danny Zuko. But when they made the film, they went, screw you, this new Travolta guy is going to play Danny Zuko.
Look at us, linking it all back. See? All comes back. I have 4 balls, so I'm going to say nothing else and read out what these are.
Okay.
We live inside a dream.
We live inside a dream. First one of the lines spoken in the film by Mr. David Bowie. I won't say who was playing because that's another ball.
Oh, if you've got it, get ready to extract it. It's Pine Cone.
Pine cone, pine cone, pine cone. Shake your pine cone, insert it, retract it, throw it about, sing into it. It is pine cone.
I did bring back, I went away twice. I went away for the day with my work and came home and I said to Benjamin Rush, nothing sexual. Close your eyes and put your hands out.
He's often saying the first bit.
Close your eyes and put your hands out. And I deposited into his palms 3 pine cones picked up from my work
From
day
all
out.
mine.
From my work day out.
You just kicked me.
I went to Scotland, and before I got COVIDed and had to stay at home, I went to the big park. The big park with
the big park in Scotland.
Benmore.
Scottish Park.
Benmore.
Benmore. More Ben.
Full of big trees and lots of pine trees. I came home from Scotland having had COVID and gotten better and said, Benjamin, close your eyes and put out your hands. Guess what we put in those hands? It was more pine cones.
Although they were on the bear table, but now
I put them on top of the record player.
I will not juggle with them then.
Do you think you could?
I've no idea. Possible.
Pink ball.
Pink ball doesn't mean anything.
Are you having fun yet, Keith?
or just like regretting your life choices.
Donna Hayward.
If anyone would, it's Haywood. It's Donna Madonna. There's always manana. Donna Haywood. Donna Haywood. Donna Haywood. On a hayride.
Have you ever been on a hayride?
I have not. I'm
No,
not
me
sure what it
neither.
is.
Was a ride
Is
made
it
of
just
hay?
being in,
It's like a truck. with
just
hay
being
on
in the back of a wagon filled with?
Of
No.
hay?
Uh,
No. I've never been on one either.
You've had a roll in the hay.
No. Not me.
No.
Not at my age.
Not with my knees.
Annika's popped in to say good luck to everybody. So you heard the girl.
Hello and thank you.
Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo, North Dakota. Fargo, North Dakota.
I do worry, Wendy, that Keith's never going to look at you the same. Haven't invited him
Or
along.
speak to you again.
Oh, Joe Gilliver, aka Mr. Lula Mockingbird, has been on hayrides.
I bet, yeah, she looks
Yeah.
like the type.
She's got that reputation.
Rural, agricultural lady. It's 24/7 hay rides for you, isn't
Yeah, Australian trouble. The Palmer House.
it? The Palmer House, about which I wrote a poem once that appeared on the back of a Blue Rose magazine. Nothing's been called.
Somebody paid quite a lot of money for your autographed version of that. In the
There
David
are
Lynch
many
box in the summer.
mentally handicapped people out there, and that's good because we're raising money for charity.
We obviously had the charity auction, which raised a ton of money.
Ton of money.
Ton of money.
Ton of money, ton of money, ton of
Um,
money, ton of money. Not 10 a penny, ton of money.
I can't tell you much about what was in it because they're probably all balls.
They're all going to be balls. I've already said a ball that hasn't been called
You're
yet.
a
So
ball.
I am.
Ooh. It's green. It's Carl Rod.
Carl Rod, the only Twin Peaks character who sounds like a porn star, played, of course, by the wonderful, the late and great Mr. Harry Dean Stanton. Carl Rod.
It's still green. What are the chances? Don't let them rattle you. No.
No, forget that.
Don't take the ring, Laura.
So you saw the word don't and just freestyled.
I made it up.
Don't take the ring, Laura. Don't take the ring, Laura. That's it. Nothing about rattling. Forget that. That has not been called. This is how people get imbeciles.
You're an imbecile. Maya says, not to brag, but I have a whole box of Chubba Chubba Chip Chops.
That is not what they're called. So,
I'm glad they arrived because a part of me was worried they would never arrive because it was a heavy old box of Chubba Chubba Chip Chops.
that's not what they're called.
Is that purple?
It's blue.
Blue?
Wow, are you going blind? What were you drinking? Moonshine? It's blue.
He was never here.
He was never here. He was never here.
This one's coming from J. Edgar.
This one's coming from J. Edgar. This one's coming from J. Edgar.
It's simply a maths equation.
Oh.
Put your mind to it, and even you can work out the answer. It's 2 by 4.
Hit him on the head with a 2x4. Hit him on the head with a 2x4. 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 Cross that.
Well, apparently Simon's eaten quite a lot of the Chubba Chubba Chip Chops already. I wondered if that was going to be the case. Irene.
Irene. Irene works at Hap's Diner. It's already been gone, so that's fine. Irene. Cross tab.
He is Bob.
He is Bob, eager for fun. He wears a smile. Everybody run and sing.
You went for a run
He is
yesterday.
Bob. I did go for a run yesterday.
Was Bob chasing you?
He was, yes. Didn't catch me.
What's the
Nor
name?
did I fall in the canal.
Maria said, "What's the name of the wee stabby fella again?" That's a different game. He's not in this game. Ike the Spike. is
Yeah, no, he's not in this.
He's in season 3. He's
Yes.
not in the Fire Walk with Me game.
Ike the Spike.
And we haven't played season 3 Twingo
Very
for a
often.
very long time. We haven't played it very often.
Because most people aren't as familiar or as, enamoured with it.
Ike.
Ike the Spike. Ike.
Douglas Furs.
Douglas Furs. Douglas Furs sounds like a boylesque performer only does Twin Peaks acts. Douglas Furs.
The chrome reflects our image.
The chrome reflects our image. The chrome reflects our image. I should have said at the beginning, this is Firewalk with Me, but it's also incorporating, of course,
So say it.
the outtakes that are called something that's actually on a ball, so I can't say.
The jumping man.
The jumping man.
Okay.
The jumping man. The jumping man.
How are your legs now?
They're fine.
Great Northern Hotel.
Now, is this the mediocre Southern B&B?
No.
No, it's the Great Northern Hotel. Great Northern Hotel. Cross stab. Yeah, I've got all whistly this evening.
Mrs. Chalfont.
Two Chalfonts. Mrs. Chalfont. That's Mrs. Chalfont to you. Mrs. Chalfont.
I can't remember when I used to fill up my gin. How is your gin doing?
It's gone.
Oh, maybe I'll fill up my gin then. Let's pull out these 4 balls. Pay attention, Twingaliers. Nicotine's a drug. Caffeine's a drug.
Nicotine's a drug. Caffeine's a drug. Two very true statements. Nicotine's a drug. Caffeine's a drug.
Ronette Pulowski.
Ronette Pulowski. Ronette Pulowski. Cross stab.
Black Lodge.
The Black Lodge. It's a lodge, it's black. Well, then it must be the Black Lodge.
Does it rain there?
No, that's the White Lodge. Are there plastic crystals and couches? We don't know. We don't know.
Oh yeah, here we go. Higgly jiggly,
Wow, that's changed
higgly
already.
jiggly, a motta dem, jeg heter Laura.
Higle a morta dem, ye hater Laura. It's a mouthful, but you'll get the gist of it if you see it on your card. Higle a morta dem, ye hater Laura. Rose has just put back European communications between our country that we've left Europe for some stupid reason and Europe itself. But Higle a morta dem, ye hater Laura.
And bands are cancelling because of Brexit.
Yes, we were fine. Oh, we had tickets to go and see Crime and the City Solution in September, and they've had to cancel. And they state specifically that it's because of Brexit. Now, if you don't know Crime and the City Solution, I pity you. Check them out. Check out the album The Bride Ship. Phenomenal band, and now we're not going to see them this year.
I mean, what's that about?
It's about Brexit.
I'm disappointed.
I am disappointed. And I don't, and to quote the Amanda, I don't handle disappointment well. I'm very disappointed.
Woodsman. Oh,
Was that a hiccup, a burp, or were you sick?
it was hiccup and a burp.
Hiccup and a burp.
Hiccup
It
burp.
was a hiccup.
Hiccup burp.
Woodsman. The
Woodsman.
men with the wood. They've got wood. It's the woodsman.
John Atfield says, when in reply to Maria saying, "Who's this name of the stabby bit bloke again?" John Atfield said, "Benjamin Loosh."
That was
course.
never proven. There was no evidence. The charges were dropped.
Whereas my charges were not
They
dropped.
were not. They were upped.
Brideship is amazing. Shell 2 is
It
done.
is.
Damn it. Oh, it's blue. This is for you. It's Angelo Badalamenti.
Wrote the theme tune, played the theme tune, Angelo Badalamenti. He wrote the theme tune to Twin Peaks and, of course, to Firewalk With Me. And many people don't know this, but he also wrote the theme tune to Doctor Who. How do I know this? Well, if you listen very closely to the theme tune to Doctor Who, it goes... Badalamenti, 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 and scene. You're a bit late coming in
I've had a lot of hearings in a really short period
there. That's the catchphrase of this evening. Yeah, we've finished.
We should do it again. Yeah, do it again. I like it.
I'll point to you when you come again. Badalamenti, 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 and scene.
Of course, have you been watching Doctor Who and the new Dragons program?
What? Oh, Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
The new Dragon show.
House of Dragons.
That's not the ball.
The
House of the Dragon,
House of.
I think. What's happened there? What? Your vowel went all funny there, didn't it?
I got a bit of a pain in my chest.
That's not good.
Oh.
And she just dropped dead in the middle of Twingo. It was most inconvenient.
Oh dear. Oh, it's a purple ball. You know what that means. It's the first one of the evening. It's Agent Gordon Cole.
Agent Gordon Cole. Agent Gordon Cole. No relation to Cheryl, as far as we know.
And coincidentally, it's another purple ball, so you still know what this means. This is Agent Sam Stanley.
Agent Sam spilling coffee down his shirt, Stanley. Sam Stanley. Sam Stanley, who invented the knife, of course, made his fortune.
Shell says they've got a new shoplifter. For those who don't know, Shell works in a record emporium, a record and music and video emporium, and they've got a new shoplifter who only steals Doctor Who.
And looks like Colin Baker. But if you know what he looks like, has he been arrested?
Taser him.
It's not. You don't pronounce it taser. Why would you? Taser. Taser. It's like to rhyme with laser.
Taser.
You don't say laser, do you? A laser gun. Shoot him with your laser gun.
Laser gun. A taser gun. I should have a taser.
You really shouldn't.
I asked for a taser, and I was told I wasn't allowed one.
Definitely not.
Although it may be ill-advised, I'm going to fill up the gin and leave you to do that thing that you do when I leave the room.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Better try and focus, don't I?
So we, oh, Shell says he's stealthy.
Stealthy.
It's because he's a Time Lord. Stealthy.
That would make him timely. Right, are you... What? I can't hear you. She's had lots of drinks, she said. We hadn't spotted it. So no one spotted a thing. Right, so for the 18 new players, including, yes, Mr. Rainbow to you, What happens now is when Rose goes away to refresh our drinks, what I do is I take a popular or well-known song and I rewrite it, hopefully for comedic effect. And I accompany myself on the kazoo. Now, this evening, yet again, I have chosen the trombone kazoo as my accompanist. If you're not familiar with the trombone kazoo, the unanswered question is yes, the slide does work. No, it does not affect the pitch, which is a shame. But and this is probably a mistake, but the song I've chosen to rewrite is Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush. And I'll be honest with you, I have rehearsed it a little and it's never gone right. So let's just see. Stop saying Tazar. So let's just see what happens. I've rewritten it basically as if the singer, I use the term sing ambitiously, as if the singer is in a bar or pub and can't get a drink for whatever reason, whether the bar person is lazy, is ignoring them, or whether the machinery that pumps the beer is down. So basically they really want to drink, and it's renamed from Running Up That Hill to Plumbing, a refill. With apologies to Kate Bush. Yes, so I'm thirsty, yeah, oh so please adhere to my appeals, oh you mofo, oh bestow a squirt of Chianti or a nice Bordeaux. Just how much longer must I keep waiting, martini espresso? Oh, in a queue I'm thirsty, in the unlikelihood that you're not a tightwad and we can get off our faces. Fix your plumbing, let it flow. Fix your plumbing, a refill. Fix your plumbing, I'm wilting. In the unlikelihood. Maybe give me a Chablis or a gin slow. In booze I wish to be baptized. Let it flow. My prayer is for alcoholic slumber, liver aglow. But you just blunder, oh you arse, you are so slow. And I salivate, it's all I can think of, lost my mojo. Oh, just sell me a pint of Drambuie or some Pernod. Ooh, everybody. In a queue thirsty. In a queue thirsty, at your job you're crappy. In the unlikelihood that you're not a tightwad and we can get off our faces. Fix your plumbing, let it flow. Fix your plumbing, a refill. Fix your plumbing, I'm wilting. You mofo. Oh, in a queue thirsty. I'm in a queue thirsty. At your job you are crappy. In the unlikelihood that you're not a tightwad. In the unlikelihood that you're not a tightwad. In the unlikelihood that you're not a tightwad. And scene. Thank you, and thank you. Now welcoming back to the stage, thankfully, Roast On! Oh, there are snacks.
So we forgot to ask everybody their scores, so they just started doing it on their own. So Amanda and Andy are
Careful
on
now.
7 and
You're nearly
7.
spilling.
So
we've got what? Sorry, 17.
7 and 7 from Amanda
Oh.
and Andy. Rupert's on 6. Shell and Peter on 13. Fluffy's on 10. Will Babs on 12. Maya's on 10. And then we started talking about. Shell says, "I bet Pete Gabriel is nursing a flashback boner right about now."
When isn't he, to be fair?
And then there was some applause.
So now I've heard mention that there's some rumour that the prizes include pogs.
And we're never telling. We'll be able to tell at the end.
Now, what would happen if, for instance, Shell were to win all of those prizes? You know what would happen?
What?
She would become the Pog Lady.
Ooh.
Nothing's been called.
I brought you some snacks.
Ooh.
These, for those eagle-eyed
Oh.
twinkle ears, Marmite crisps. Now as you all well know, I'm not a fan of the Marmite, so I'm having homemade mint chocolate chip ice cream out of a cup, not a cone. So Wendy's on 11, Andrea's on 13, Patrick's on 13, Kate's on 12, Kev's just on 5, Snape's on 13. So yeah, it's all go in the hood. Have you all got replenished your drinks? Got yourselves a snack? Keith, are you still with us?
Knock twice for yes.
Apart from that,
These are really good.
apart from that séance we went to, have you ever been to a séance?
No. No, chiefly because it's all bollocks. So there's that. Although the Ouija board does work, but it works not for the reason that they say it works.
Cheeky Maya just had a chubba chubba chip chop.
You devil.
Keith's on 11. Welcome back into the world, Keith. Are you having fun? This is how Wendy spent the last 2 years.
Don't judge her.
Shell says, at the risk of getting all overheard at Waitrose, have you had the truffle Marmite? What is?
That sounds horrible.
You don't like mushrooms?
No.
And what's a truffle if a fancy mushroom?
Well,
Homemade mint
tell
chocolate
that
chip
to
ice
Nicolas Cage and his pig.
What was that film called? We've finished them already.
What was that film called?
Truffle.
No.
Pig.
It was just called Pig. Yeah, I have.
So,
I may have missed a few there.
I mean,
Well, in a packet, you can focus the tip.
it's not fancy. We have to eat them fancy out of bowl. Right. I filled up the drinks, Bush. Stop it! Don't do that!
I'm not even sure I'm doing what it was that I was doing before. Is that it?
I don't know. Don't touch yourself. Though.
I'm not.
Dynamite Marmite is amazing. Chili.
Ooh. I'd be willing to give that a go.
Got a big chunk of chocolate in that last spoonful of ice cream. Pass me my drink, Benjamin Loosh. And then we shall get back to that game of Twingo, what those super fans are here to play. Right.
Wow, sir.
Finish off the boss, we're gonna.
Of course, yeah. Now the bottle down. That's a human ear, all right. Let's go. Let's Twingo.
It's red. It's a real indication.
I got a real indication of a laugh coming on. A real indication.
Where did you? Oh, come back to that.
Where did I?
Angel. It's just simply Angel.
Oh, it's with the angels. Angel.
Were you ever in a school nativity?
I don't think I was. I have no memory of it, and I think my parents would constantly talk about it if I was like Joseph or something. I know. I do remember doing stuff on stage at junior school, but I don't remember an infant school being in a nativity.
Yeah, I was never in a nativity. pretty, too pure to be pink. See?
Or quite the opposite.
Hell God, baby damn, no.
Another line from David Bowie. Hell God, baby damn no. Hell God, baby damn no. All of the blasphemous words there in one little outburst.
Have you ever been to Prague?
No. Been to
Interesting.
Budapest? Is that Prague?
The
No, it's
interesting
Hungary,
thing
isn't it?
about Prague is
One
that
minute, have you been to Prague?
the interesting thing about Prague is the astronomical clock, which was built in 1410. In fact, it's the in fact
Smooth.
it's the world's oldest clock, and some would say it's a one of a kind.
I see what that is.
What's
You know what that is?
What?
That's an ooh, clock fact.
That goes out to you, Pete Python.
That's not his name.
Smooth.
You're nearly spilling your drink.
Smooth. You didn't even know where I was going with
I had no
that.
idea. Prague? What are you talking about? Clock fact.
See?
The days when we clock and peas. Clock fact.
Clock-
Clock fact.
The very lovely Shell and Pete Python
That's
came
not his name.
to Ashes at Wilton's and was only disappointed that when I got on stage I didn't announce a Bowie-related cock fact. So that one's for you.
He could have talked about his costume in Labyrinth. That could
Or
have been
his
a cock fact.
Cock fact. Or when Bowie first died, my niece and nephew watched Labyrinth for the first time, and my nephew said you could see his big balls and middle bits.
His balls and big middle,
His
was.
balls and big middle bits. So you feel free to
I mean,
use
it's
that.
not wrong, to be fair. You can.
Yeah. Well, Pete Python played Joseph in the Nativity. And a king once as well. Double Nativity from Pete Python.
Wow. I have to ask
And-
my parents. I don't think I was in a nativity.
And instead of saying, I bring you frankincense,
Yes.
he said, I bring you Frankenstein, because he didn't know what frankincense was.
You don't need to. You only need to know Frankenstein.
Anyway,
Don't worry so much about the myrrh next time.
Agent Desmond, are you talking to me in code?
Agent Desmond, are you talking to me in code? Agent Desmond, are you talking to me in code? Of course, that's said by Sam Stanley, who's also an agent. Already been called.
I want to taste through your mouth.
I want to taste through your mouth. Innit? I want to taste through your mouth.
I mean, it's disgusting.
I mean, it's weird. It's weird more than it is disgusting, isn't it?
Disgusting.
Why
Not
is it
anybody in my mouth.
Well, they can't get in your mouth, but the idea
Well,
is
you
that
see that.
to possess you, then you can taste through their mouth.
It's disgusting.
I mean, she's got more things to worry about than something being disgusting.
Oh,
Oh.
Jack's cabin.
Jacques' cabin, that's Jacques Renault's cabin, because he is cabbing it uptown, uptown. Cabbing it uptown, uptown. Your business friends, Australian. Your business friends, Australian. Cabbing it uptown, uptown. Cabbing it uptown, uptown. Jacques' cabin.
Did we tell you? Did we tell you we complained about our neighbours? They were playing loud discotheque music and frankly interfering with Saturday night horror movie roulette with their drum and bass banging tunes. So we wrote to the
I
building
don't think it was
manager,
drum and bass.
banging.
It was like techno.
And we wrote to the building manager going, really, it's out of control. I banged on the door, they didn't answer, so really we're turning to you. So then the noise stopped. A couple of weeks ago, our neighbour knocked on the door. I go and answer it, and he said, just wanted to let you know, I'm having a couple of friends round tonight, so the music might be quite loud. Please don't complain. Any problems, just knock on the door. Palm of my hand.
Right there.
And we couldn't hear them. We couldn't hear their banging tunes.
No, it was like if they were having a party, it was a shit party.
Fear of the thorn. Maya asks, did we hear the Blue Rose magazine interview with the actress? What was
Yes,
in?
wasn't that weird? I mean, nothing's been called, but the Blue Rose magazine finally tracked down the woman that played the sour-faced Lil in Firewalk with Me, and there's an interview on the podcast, and it's awkward. She's a bit odd. She keeps saying, "Oh, I'm having a rug delivered or cleaned."
Yeah, she never had rug delivered.
And it's worth listening to. But one thing is definitely worth checking out is Scott's book about Firewalk with Me, which is called Your Laura Disappeared, and it is really good. And now
There's a whole chapter about Twingo.
Wow.
I'm not saying
we're mentioned.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is fair to say that if it wasn't for us, Scott Ryan wouldn't have a career.
I never read these books, these Twin Peaks books, because they're all about my theory is this. This is what this means, and it just irritates the shit out of me. But this book is really good. It's not about, oh, this means this. It's about how the film was made and sort of answering questions that people had asked, and it's really good. And it's kind of written for the right reasons. It's written because Scott loves the film. I recommend the book heartily. It's called Your Laura Disappeared by Scott Ryan. I know we don't get a percentage, even though we should.
Solely responsible for him having any career.
He couldn't read and write when he met us. I'm just saying.
He carried that box all the way from America to
London.
And we gave him the gift of our wisdom.
Here you are, we said.
Oh, and Maya's in that book as well, of course.
Yes, of course you are. Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's a good book, really good book.
Yeah, right. I'm going to take a deep breath.
Yeah, John, I think it's amazing that we've never gotten a knock during Twingo saying, could you, I don't know what's happening in there. Could you stop murdering those chickens?
Well,
whatever's happening.
They're playing. They're one of the 18 players. The new players. Right. Concentrate. Listen to the sounds of
Concentrate, constellate. Yes, let's concentrate.
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock.
Julie Cruise.
The late and the great now, of course, Julie Cruise, who we sadly lost. Julie Cruise. Not to be confused with Julie Cruise Ship. Terrible person still alive. Basically, the wrong one died. I'm just going to say.
Above a convenience.
Above a convenience store. Again, a line from David Bowie.
Leland Palmer.
I did not kill anybody. Leland Palmer. Leland Palmer coming at you. Like Cleopatra. Much like Cleopatra.
David Lynch.
David Lynch. You still follow the weather forecast?
You do?
I do, yes. Been a lot of Elvis lately.
Uh-huh.
How's that going?
Uh-huh.
You all right there, though?
Damaged soul.
You have no soul.
John Atfield said he went on a day film theory course about the works of David Lynch.
Ooh.
It was very good. And I obviously told the lecturer about the Double R Club. Who are celebrating their 13th birthday on September the 22nd.
We've been doing the Double R Club for 13 years.
Since 2009.
That's...
Some of you weren't even born.
No, is that true?
No. Simon probably
wasn't even
Our youngest superfan, Simon. Glastonbury Grove.
Glastonbury Grove. Spindly trees in a circle, engine oil, Glastonbury Grove. Not to be confused with Glastonbury Festival, which is very large, lots of trees, and the smell of the excrement of others.
Wind River.
Wind River. Wind River. Was that an entire packet of crisps?
Yeah.
Wow, you don't get many, do you?
Well, not if you eat them, you don't. Coffee.
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 Because this isn't season 3, so it's coffee.
It's just coffee.
It's just coffee. I mean,
Don't make me do this.
no! Don't make me do this! No! Don't make me do this!
That's
Well, I was doing that.
Agent Albert Rosenfield.
Fuck Gene Kelly, motherfucker. Agent Albert Rosenfield.
The Ring. Just the Ring.
Simply the ring. Simply the ring. The ring. One ring to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. It's a different show. It's a different show. Although that's coming back with a prequel as well, isn't it? Yeah, there's a prequel to The Lord of the Rings.
I was in the prequel about the Little House on the Prairie.
What are you talking about? I've told you never say the first thing that comes into your head. That you will be committed.
Committed to you. So, obviously, many of you know about my BFF, Michael Horse. Well, just this other day there, I sent Michael Horse a wee message because we keep in touch with each other regularly. And let me read you this. I'm going to read it out because it's something that should be read aloud often.
A twinger.
You are one of my favourite people.
That's it. They just say that that's him saying that, not you.
That's Michael Horse saying to me, Rose Thorne, you are one of my favourite people. I love you, Horse.
Oh, did he think he was emailing his horse?
You are one of my favourite
Awkward.
people. I love you.
I love you, horse.
Horse.
Is there a comma?
No.
So that would
He
just
doesn't
mean he's
do-
talking to his
he
horse.
doesn't do punctuation. He's older than we are. That was Michael Horse saying to me, Rose Tallulah Thorne,
Falula.
you are one of my favourite people. I love you. So we're getting a divorce, and I'm going to Minnesota to marry Michael Horse.
He's already married as
But
well.
but I'm one of his
Awkward.
favourite people.
One.
He loves me.
Is
He
he?
loves me. Michael Horse.
I think maybe he needs to get out more. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he sees a good thing and he knows what it is. So you are one of my favourite people. I got that email and I was so excited. I knew I had to share it with somebody, so I sent it to Shell because I knew she would be the only person who would genuinely appreciate the message. So yeah, me and Michael Horse.
Sitting in a tree. PISSIN.
No wrong thing. Anyway, so that was a small interlude there to tell you about my regular and frequent exchange of emails with the one and only Michael
What was the
Horse.
last time before that one?
It was probably only probably when I was in Scotland with COVID. I sent him a message. He emails me often. We're trying to sort out an art exhibition for him. I've no idea how to do that, but I'm hoping that somebody will present themselves and help them. Help me make it happen. So anyway, Michael Horse, you're one of my favourite people. I love you, Horse.
I love you, horse. I love you, horse.
To me.
Nay.
Not to him, not Rose and Ben, to me.
It would be weird if it was to me.
Just saying, when I say he's my BFF, got the evidence. And he makes me smile. Oh, James Elphick. Maybe that's a good call. If he's in the art
Oh,
world.
yes. I went to I've been to things that he's put.
Art things.
Art things. When
Good
you were away
call,
one.
Shell.
Good
Good
call,
call, Snake
Snake.
Fervar.
Yeah, good call.
Good call.
He'd have contacts, if not, what if he didn't want to do it himself? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good because I don't know how to put on an art exhibition. You're my only art exhibition. You're just an exhibition rather than an art. Fart. Right. Intake of breath. Serious face. Just play Twingo. Eyes down. Let's crack on. Flesh World.
Flesh World. Swingers. Coast to coast. Flesh World.
Baby laxative.
What's the world coming to when you kill a guy for baby laxative?
Waldo.
What?
Leo, no! Leo, no, don't go there! Talk to the wing, 'cause the beak's not listening.
Waldo.
You saw her earlier. It's Monkey.
Simply monkey. Now, obviously, the ball originally was the monkey that's in the film, but now it really means Monkey the cat who's drinking.
Laura Palmer.
She is the one. She is Laura Palmer. Laura Palmer.
Harold Smith.
Harold Smith.
Also died.
He did. Lenny Van Dolen. He did also
young.
die. Yes, he was
Really
young.
young.
Yeah, it was. That was quite really. That was a real surprise. I mean, I know Julie Cruz had been ill for a long time, which doesn't make it any better. But Lenny Van Dolen was more of a fucking hell. Really,
He was a nice man.
He was a nice guy. He was-
Second or third.
considering he's like an actor, he was a kind of oddly shy.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He was kind of very. He did seem
Yeah.
kind of quite fragile. In us, maybe we're just projecting
Yeah.
his character onto him, which I won't say because he'll be on a ball.
Pete Python says, does Monkey drink gin? She certainly has a thirst, so probably. Garmon Bosia.
Come on, Bozia! Come on, Bozia! Come on, Bozia!
I'm not going to talk about Judy.
The Bowie line, maybe the last. I'm not sure. I'm not going to talk about Judy. I'm not going to talk about Judy. Crossed out.
Is it future or is it past?
Is it future or is it past? What scores are we looking at here? How are we doing with the scores? Well,
There
I'll
are
take
still
a
quite a lot of balls left because we've been a bit chatty.
Chatty McChat.
Maybe now, while they're typing in the scores, we should think about doing that thing that we were going to do. Oh, just dropped a ball.
Jesus Christ. What thing?
The announcement.
Oh, right, yes, go on then. This one's not been called. No.
So, we have a rather serious Twingo announcement.
It could be construed very much as bad news, Twingo wise.
Bad news, Twingo wise. I think there's no way to sugarcoat this. We just have to tell you out and out the news now. Because of the rise in electricity prices.
Which in this country, I don't know about everyone else's, it's going fucking loopy.
Because of the increase in postal prices, we're gonna have to put Twingo up to £4 a game.
Just
instead
£1
of,
up.
instead of £3 a
Now,
game.
if this means that it's too much, then there's really not much we can do about it. It's just getting stupid here, just the cost of living. It's even gonna, we think, start to affect the Double R Club quite badly in the coming months. But it's getting silly, so we just thought we still want to do Twingo now and again, but in order to make it more possible, I think, we think we have to just put the price up £1.
So we want to tell you now, the next game will be our Halloween edition, and I've heard that Sam Hain is on his way back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Right.
Sam is coming back.
Oh, because Sam Hain could be of any gender, really.
Yeah.
Could
So
be- could
Sam
not
is
be
coming
he.
back, and Sam will be here, and we'll be playing Twingo on October the 22nd. That's
So please do dress up.
the Thursday before.
We'll know.
The Thursday before Halloween. Sam said they're coming. We're going to dress up this time. I know that last time I
Fancy
was
dress.
fancy dress for us is quite exciting. So we'll be back again on the 22nd of October, and then our next edition will be the Christmas Eve edition. Now, Christmas Eve is often a lot of fun. I know a lot of you go and do things with family and people who
Whatever that means.
interfere with your life. But we'll be back so the 22nd of October and then the 24th of December for Twingo, the nativity scene, where you're going to be dressing up as the baby.
Twingle bells, twinkle bells,
Don't
twinkle.
spoil your
Oh,
song.
sorry, I spoiled
You're
the
going
song.
to be dressing up as the baby Jesus, and I'm going to be dressed up as a donkey.
We've ordered
So-
the swaddling clothes, and at the end, the crux, the climax of the show, I will be crucified
Yeah.
against the heart.
Different holiday.
Different holiday.
Different
Different holiday. So
Baby Jesus and donkey. It will. I think it will work.
you've seen
we
Shrek,
will.
right?
We will sort the costumes in the interval.
I didn't know what you were going to say then when you said cop.
So there's some messages come through. So let's see. I chatted quite a lot. Pete Python
That's not his name.
reckons he's on 22. Andrea is on 19. Andy and Amanda are on 16 and 14. Will thinks he's on 18 because Will is probably drunker than us. Wendy and Patrick on 17.
It's getting up there, isn't it?
Fluffy on 16. Maya on 16. Kate and Kev 18 and 15. Maria 15. Pete actually 21. And I think perhaps Keith Rainbow has left the room because they haven't announced any scores.
I mean, it's a lot to take.
So Pete Python is telling me that October the 22nd is a Saturday, so it's not October the 22nd. It's October the 27th.
7th. It
October
sounds like
the
second.
27th.
7th.
Because
7th.
the 20th is a double R club.
27th.
27th, and then the 24th of December. So October the 27th, Halloween edition with hopefully, fingers crossed, Sam will make it. Oh, Keith's piped in. He's on 15.
I think we need to get going then.
So yeah, we're on the way. Nobody's having a hissy fit about the price that are going up. Maya said we almost gave her a second heart attack, that this is going to be the last game of Twingo ever. Yeah. It also helps if you send us the money as friends and family, because then we don't have to pay 20% to PayPal. But anyway, right. Okay, so Keith's still here. Keith's on 15, Rupert's on 12, Snake's on 18. So basically, it's anybody's game, probably except Rupert, who's only on 12.
It's anybody's game, not Rupert.
But
You never know, he could come
Rupert's
from
can-
behind. Hello,
Oh,
Wolf Missus.
Not that kind of night. Right, okay. So now we all know what's happening with the future of Twingo. As always, high days and holidays, we'll be here doing the thing that we do with gin. Twingo, are you ready? Oh, noise from Monkey in the hallway.
Monkey's going a bit crazy in the hallway.
Oh, grab your drinks. Let's make a toast. It's the Log Lady.
Drink a toast to the wonderful Catherine Coulson, the Log Lady.
Electricity.
Zzz. Electricity. So that's the Log Lady and electricity. Cross them, dab and...
I am the Muffin.
What's your first name?
I am
No.
the Muffin.
Tuffin the Muffin.
Tough and tough.
I am the Muffin is what you're looking for. It didn't...
I am the Toughen Muffin.
I am the Muffin.
Cable bends steel. Oh, Maya said
Cable bends steel. Clang. What?
Maya has called Twingo.
No way! Wow.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
Maya, take a breath. There's
Okay.
tons of balls left.
There is.
This is the most balls ever.
Balls everywhere.
We've never had this many balls.
So
left for a
that's the
call
first
Twingo.
call. There are 2 more calls to be made, and then they need to be addressed.
And is Maya sober or a little bit skew with?
A little bit skew.
Has she had too many chubba chubba chip chops?
Well, to be honest, I'm feeling a
Right.
little bit skew
Yeah,
now.
me too. Half heart necklace.
Half heart necklace, like this one. Look, like this one. Half heart necklace.
Shelley Johnson.
Shelley Falula Johnson, terrible taste in men. Shelley Johnson.
Maya isn't shouting Twingo as in I won. She's just shouting
I love
I just
Twingo.
love Twingo.
So that wasn't a call.
That wasn't a call. It looked like a
Wow,
call.
it did.
Well,
I mean, it was Twingo in capital letters, Maya.
with an exclamation mark, and
Well, I did think there was not
everybody,
enough
and
exclamation marks.
everybody's saying congratulations, Maya. So I think we all know what we have to do here. We all have to take a sharp intake of breath.
And say the word.
Imbecile.
I know you didn't mean it, but you know these things have consequences. Sticks and stones.
Right, so there's still 3 prizes to win. The missing pieces.
The missing pieces, the deleted scenes, if you will. The missing pieces, a wonderful little snapshot of that world in their own way. The missing pieces.
Jay says everybody slowly puts away their pitchforks because everybody wants to win a cog. Twin Peaks High School.
Twin Peaks High School, where they do this in the corridors and they moonwalk.
I have not been practicing my moonwalk. Agent. Which one? Which agent is Agent Philip Jeffries?
Bowie himself, Special Agent Philip Jeffries. Cross dab.
You know, there comes a point when I've had a lot to drink where I just want to tell you lies. And when I read out Philip Jeffries, the voice in my head wanted to say out loud, did I tell you about the time I met Philip Jeffries? I never met Philip Jeffries or David Bowie, but in my head I was going to spin you
Just gonna lie.
I was just going to spin you a yarn.
Just a liar. Just a liar.
Spin you a yarn. Can't help myself. Just can't help myself. Ooh, just can't help myself. Ooh. Ooh. Like a little bit of electronic music. Ooh.
Like Pigeon Street.
Ooh.
Woo.
Dear Meadow.
Dear Meadow. The weather's fine. Wish you were here. Dear Meadow. Cross dab.
Donut.
Donut, as in disturb. And close but no. Donut.
That hasn't been called, has it?
What, donut?
No, that one.
No, it has not, Snake.
Secret Diary.
Secret. Shh. We've had write it in your diary. Now we have secret diary.
Did you have a secret diary?
I never wrote a diary. I was never disciplined enough to write it every day.
Dear diary, I learned something.
Get a pain in my chest. My drink is really weird. Annie Blackburn.
Annie Blackburn, how is she? It's fun. Annie Falula Blackburn.
My boss said to me today, she said, you're looking a lot better, Rose, she said. She said, you've got a pinky look about you rather than being so pale. How dare she?
What a terrible thing to say to
How
somebody.
terrible. Imagine saying to somebody they had a pinky glow when actually they're
Pale as death.
they're as pale as death. You've got a pinky glow and are looking healthier. What's that about?
Pinky glow sounds like a burlesque performer.
I worked ridiculously hard to stay this pale in this summer breeze. Pinky glow. That would be a good porn name.
I just said it was a burlesque.
Oh, I'm listening. Bobby Briggs.
Bobby Briggs eats twigs, collects figs. Did you know that some people consider that figs are not vegan?
Oh, really? How so?
Because all figs have the digested bodies of wasps inside them.
Every single thing.
Now, some people say that the crunch it's not. It's completely dissolved. That's the seeds that gives you the crunch. But apparently so, yeah. There's the essence of dead wasp in every fig. I know, right?
Figs are predominantly eaten with melon. Or Parma ham, no melon, Parma ham.
Pigs
You have
and ham.
pigs and pigs and Parma ham is the thing. In fancy
Is that not with
restaurants.
melon?
And
the ham.
figs.
Are you just throwing the figs into the melon ham mix?
I don't like figs, so it doesn't really
It's
matter.
because of the wasp.
Shell loves the wasps. Leo Johnson.
Leo Johnson, ponytail, terrible. This is where we live. Leo Falula Johnson.
This is a Formica table.
This is a Formica table. Green is its colour.
Ooh. Oh, the power power and the glory.
There you go, Snake. The power and the glory, which is mentioned very much in Scott's book. Oh, some people got the subtitles, whether they didn't, whether they knew it was Canada, whether they didn't. The power and the glory. What are you looking for?
I wondered if you'd even done that bit.
No, and nor have I sorted it out.
Meals on wheels.
Meals on wheels. They're on wheels. They are meals, which to my mind, I mean, I'm just putting it out there, that makes them meals on wheels.
Yeah. Shell says melon, figs and parma ham is the tits. I think that means a good thing.
A good thing. Well, tits are, I mean, I'm very positive on the area of tits myself.
You're a tit.
But maybe that's why. But the fig thing, not less so. Less so.
Crunchy wasps. Oh, everybody's trying to check up on each other because, has this been called? Has that been called? The Good Dale is in the lodge.
Well, the Good Dale is in the lodge, cross dab. The Good Dale is in the lodge.
Sour-faced Lil.
Sour-faced Lil, she's got a rug to pick up. Sour delivered. Sour-faced Lil. Like, you think rug delivery is a euphemism?
Knowing Scott, it probably is.
Probably is.
Because he is a filthy fucker.
Sour-faced Lil.
Red Diamond City Motel.
Red Diamond City. Where do you stay when you go to the Red Diamond City? Why, you stay at the Red Diamond City Motel, of course.
We're going to stay in a hotel in a month or so called the Priest's House Hotel.
I fear we may burst into flames as we cross the threshold.
Kind of fancy. It was called a Great British Breakaway, like a play on break.
Don't take away my breakaway.
And they said you get a free dinner on the first night. And I said, can we move it to the second night because we've got plans on the first night? And they went, yeah, all right.
We've got a rock and roll themed party.
Rock and roll themed party to go to. I'm probably not going to dress up. You will dress up like a rock and roller. And yeah, we're going to a party out of town. Can you believe that?
These people that are having the party, we've known them for how long?
15 years.
At least 15 years. And they've been having parties all that time and inviting us all that time, and we've never been. So this time we're going to the park. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it.
I heard something.
It's tension zone.
That means only one thing. The chainsaw means only one thing, and that is that we are in the tension zone, which means we're very close to the end of the competition, which means we're very close to 3 of you. That's 3 of you winning prizes, which may or may not include pogs.
And
Tension zone.
yes, Keith, I'm a 52. Am I? 52
You're
and a half.
52, yes.
52-and-a-half-year-old woman with a toy chainsaw. Oh, batteries are run out.
Oh, here you go.
Right. Tension zone, you can smell it. It's so close. Agent Chester Desmond
Agent Chester Desmond.
rips off his shirt.
He doesn't do that.
Oh, whoa.
Agent Chester Desmond,
Makes
played
all the
by the
girls
wonderful
a
Chris
little bit
Isaac,
hot on the collar.
and some of the boys too. Special Agent Chester Desmond.
Ooh.
Cross dab.
She's my mother's sister's girl.
She's my mother's sister's girl. She's my mother's sister's girl.
Fat Trout Trailer Park.
Fat Trap Trailer Park. I said Fat Trap Trailer Park. Come on, Fat Trap Trailer Park. Fat Trap Trailer Park. Fat Trap Trailer Park. Fat Trap Trailer Park. Come on, Fat Trap. Fat Trap Trailer Park is what we're getting at there.
Brian's joined us. Hello, Brian.
He's wandered in. He's wandered in like a lost OAP from a home. He's wandered in. Is this the butcher's? It's not, Brian, no.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands, a very, very apt piece of advice in the COVID age.
COVID is
Wash
still
your
here.
hands. It's not gone anywhere, is it?
Wash your
We
hands.
got it all not very, very long ago.
Wash your hands. Mike Snake Nelson.
Mike Snake Nelson. Mike Snake Nelson. Mike Snake Nelson. Mike Mike Snake Nelson.
Mike.
Snake Nelson.
Brian says, I must stop clicking on this. Fat Tramp Trailer Park. Fat Trout
Fat
Trailer
Trout.
Park.
Fat Trout. Fat Trout would be
Trailer
ridiculous. Fat Trout Trailer Park. Fat Trout Trailer Park.
I said
Fat Trout Trailer Park. Come on. Fat Trout Trailer Park. Fat Trout Trailer Park. Oh, yeah.
The one-armed man.
The one-armed man, played by the wonderful Mr. Al Strobel. The one-armed man.
The Red Room.
The Red Room. It's a room. It's red. It's a red room. It's the Red Room.
You think you like cheese, but not too strong.
That's not on any ball.
So what do you have? You have
Mild.
Philadelphia.
Oh.
It's mild cheese spread. It's Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, cross
catchphrase.
it, damn it.
You like mild cheese?
Yeah, I like mild cheese. Philadelphia, cross it, damn it.
Oh, Twingle from Patrick. Twingle from Patrick. And, oh, I pressed off. Twingle from Patrick and Clive Holland is in the house. Good evening, Clive Holland.
He's wandered in as well.
And Patrick, you are in the winner's enclosure.
But will you stay there?
Am I right in thinking you're in the winner's enclosure for the first time in first place? Is that
What?
Are you first for the first time? But anyway, there are 2 more prizes to go. Patrick, your prize is safe.
Or is it? Unless
is
you're an
it?
imbecile.
Unless you're an imbecile, but Maya
we'll
won
see.
that game. So for everybody else, contain the excitement. Keith, you still have a chance to win some epic pogs.
There's no pogs.
I
We're pogless.
had to ask what a pog was. I didn't even know what it was.
I chased her out. I said, this is a pogrom. Let's Twingo.
Gobble, gobble.
Part of me wishes that Brian had wandered in just for me going, gobble, gobble.
He's a puppeteer. He would have understood what
He
you were
would,
doing.
he would.
It's 3 letters. But what 3 letters? It's simply owl.
Owl. That's owl. Owl. Ooh. 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 Owl.
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 Everybody, I didn't know what a pog was until 8 o'clock.
It is absolute pogwash. You're right.
And Jay's going, can we get some pogs in the chat? I don't even know what you're talking about now. Right, come on. Oh, and Nadja has won Twingo as well. Nadja
Woohoo.
is second in the winners'
So we
enclosure.
have Patrick, we have Nadja. Okay.
Okay, 3rd place. We're still up. Come on, Keith. This could be you. James Hurley.
James was always cool. James for Lula Hurley. James Hurley, James Hurley, James Hurley. Causes a big hurly-burly. James Hurley.
Blue Rose.
Blue Rose, like the magazine. Blue Rose. Blue Rose. Blue Rose into the air, pulsating, genuflecting wildly. Blue Rose.
Oh, this is going to cause some controversy.
What's that?
Because
Oh, lots of Twingos.
Amanda came in 3rd on my screen, and JJ came in 4th on my screen. John Atfield is a big fat liar, liar, pants on fire, because I don't think I sent you even a card, so don't start shouting Twingo.
Also, both JJ and John, not capitals.
Yeah, so it's like you don't even mean it.
It's like you don't even mean it. It's like you whispered it.
So, we have Patrick, we have Nadja, then we have Amanda,
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons.
and then
in the
we've
sun.
got JJ in the spare capacity in case one of them happens to be an imbecile, and John Atfield just being a troublemaker, as is his
a liar,
wont.
liar with his pants very much aflame.
I'm going.
Aflame.
I feel that it's been long enough. I need to check these.
Okay,
So I'm going to go and check
Okay.
them.
you go and check them. So Rosa will pop off and check those because she knows which cards you have. She can check to see if you have one, or if you're an imbecile and everyone gets to call you thusly. I take this opportunity to try and flog to you a few of the books what I have writ. That's right. For instance, we have, let's go big first. We have my full-length novel, The 35 Timely and Untimely Deaths of Cumberland County. That is available from my website, written under the ridiculous pen name of Mason Ball. I don't know why. I threw a dart at a dictionary, came up with two names. But yeah, it's lots of murder in there, strange things in the woods in Depression era America. We have, of course, the Murder of Songs, which is the first year of songs that I rewrote for Twingo. So lots of fun to be had there, and I use the term fun ambitiously. We have The Menagerie, which is a fairy tale, which is also illustrated by the wonderful Mr. John the Tool Atfield. Oh, bit of a spoiler there. But it's illustrated, lovely little thing that is. We have my collection of short stories based around the theme of technology. Think Black Mirror, think strangeness, think darkness, think weird. Basically, it's, yes, short stories, strange, dark, weird, called The Invention of Mother. Put that back in there. We have poetry books. We have Voices in the Red Velvet Elsewhere, Further Voices in the Red Velvet Elsewhere. All of the poems in here were written for introductions for acts at the Double R Club. We have Postcards from Twin Peaks, series of Twin Peaks themed poems. We have my 3 ghost stories entitled The Lights Will Go Out, which comes with its own CD. Remember them? Of disturbing soundscapes, all processed from genuine recordings made at a castle that claims to be Britain's most haunted castle. But of course, I need to just give you some examples of some of the poems in Further Voices. I haven't really sorted this out, but what's the bookmark in? Is that one we've done before? Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to bear with me a second here. Biddly-dee, biddly-doo. Now this is one that no matter whether it's hot or whether it's cold and rainy, you just change the poem ever so slightly. It's called Whither the Weather 1 and Whither the Weather 2. Whither the Weather 1. The weather is so icy. The weather is so cold. On my journey here this evening, I saw a sight that, truth be told, would make a grown man cry, so tragic, would bring anyone to a standstill. A poor old woman had slipped over, had fallen in this awful chill. O cruel, uncaring world! O pitiless universe! I say a poor old woman. She only had 9p in her purse. But of course, if it isn't cold, you can change it to the weather was so scorching, the weather is so hot. On my journey here this evening, I saw a sight that just should not be seen by man or be so tragic upon this very street. A poor old woman, she had swooned, collapsed from this awful heat. O cruel, uncaring world, O pitiless universe, I say a poor old woman, that's right, she only had 9p in her purse. So it's for any and all weathers, all those books are available from the websites that you will find on our socials. Let's welcome back for the prize givings, the one, the only, Rose Thorne.
Back in the house.
Only 3 balls left.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, it
was right to the wire.
I put the ones I had in my hand. Well,
any imbeciles first?
there was some I had to do some double checking on because, frankly, can these people be trusted?
No.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But no,
they make bad life decisions. They're playing Twingo.
Obviously, Maya won the imbecile badge right at the start.
She did. She scooped that.
But we have Patrick in first place. We have Nadja in second place, and we have Amanda in third place. So,
Fight
JJ, I'm afraid you have slipped into fourth prize, and you get nothing.
And frankly, because you didn't capitalise, you kind of asked for that.
Yeah, I'm not even sure you mean it. So, Amanda, you came third. And this is what you've won. Are you ready? It's been a while.
It has been a while. Let's look at the prizes. Okay.
Just one trip to the bathroom, Amanda.
That's 3 sheets of black Double R Club toilet paper.
A couple of Twingo postcards designed by the Tool Atfield.
That is not his name.
A Twingo is Life pencil.
Because it is.
The third last Twingo is life pencil. A Chubba Chubba Chip Chop.
That is not in any way what they're called.
A red diamond soap.
Stolen from the Red Diamond City motel bathroom.
I made it. A shot of Asian Criver Cup Culture.
Oh, yes. Sup it.
A dice eraser.
Eraser. You can wipe away all of your terrible mistakes, but sadly, not the one of playing Twingo.
A steel paperclip. So you too can bend steel.
Like Sheriff Cable.
A keyring. What's on it? What's on it? You'll never know because it never stops. It never stops moving.
Does it not?
It does stop moving. It's a little owl.
Yeah, ow.
A little owl.
Ow.
Some language guidance sheets from the
Norwegian phrase book.
Norwegian phrase book, and a knitted owl.
Ooh.
Now
Now, what colour is that owl?
I've stopped knitting for a while because I was getting kind of pains in my elbows, and I had to. The doctor said you've got to rest your elbow,
You've got to stop knitting.
so I couldn't punch, and I had to stop knitting. So this is one of the last owls that was knitted until my elbow gets better. And this, I would say, is a pale lilac.
Pale lilac. What's its name?
Cover. I would say its name is Ermytrud.
Ermytrud, the pale lilac owl of
Emancipation.
Does have pink eye as well.
Pink eyes are orange, but so this owl, one of the last, maybe ever, to be made by
And it's
me.
the owl of emancipation.
And it's the owl of
The owl.
I made this for you, Amanda.
Ah. Now, next we have Nadja. She's tripped over the fan. She'll be with us in a moment.
This is.
I could have reached across, maybe.
Reach across sounds dirty.
Sounds like reach around.
Reach around. Like the preacher man. Nadja, you have won. Not one,
That wouldn't be enough.
but 2 trips to the bathroom, courtesy of the Double R Club.
Oh, yeah.
You have won 3 postcards designed by John the Tool at
That's
Field.
not his name.
The Twingo postcard, you know, and the Killer Bob
That's Bob.
Oh, have you all watched the Bob's Burger movie? Much heartily recommended.
Check it out.
Check it out. You have won a fortune-telling fish.
Ooh.
Also able to tell if you have COVID or
It is
not.
It is not able to do that.
A Twingo fridge magnet. Look at that. A Chubba Chubba Chip Chop.
That is not what they call it.
A Red Diamond City motel.
Stolen from the bathroom.
soap. It's a tattoo of an owl.
An owl tattoo. I'm thinking forehead or neck.
A
Go
shot,
gangster.
a shot of Asian Criver Cup Culture.
Sup it.
A couple of owls on hair clips to put in your hair.
Any hair will do.
Any hair you like. A dice eraser.
Wipe away your mistakes.
And a Twingo is life. The second last Twingo is life. Do you see where this is going?
Because it is.
Second life.
Second life.
Second life.
And what is this keyring? Does it ever stop?
Does it ever stop? Does it ever stop? Does it ever stop? Yes, it does. And it's a rabbit.
Rabbit keyring.
A page from the International Phrase Book and
Ooh, now what colour is that? That's a darker shade, isn't it?
This is purple with blue eyes.
So what's its name?
Frank.
Frank, the purple owl of...
Old Blue Eyes. This is Frank, Old Blue Eyes. The owl of that one last whiskey. That last
Now
whiskey
you think you'd have red eyes then, wouldn't
that
you?
you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have.
Don't
because-
have it.
Don't
Say
have
no.
it. Just say no. You don't need that last drink. Frank, Old Blue Eyes himself, reminding you to have not that.
Maybe a soft drink.
Maybe have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'll be having a cup of tea after this. Frank.
Okay, and now we have our first
Patrick.
prize winner. First time ever, Patrick.
This is for you, Patrick. Every single one of these is for you.
Pour vous.
There is 1.
Well, that's not enough.
There is 2.
That would be an insult.
There are 3 trips to the bathroom.
The
courtesy
perfect
of
amount.
The Double R Club. There are 4 postcards. 3 postcards. There are 3 postcards designed by John the Tool Atfield.
What is name? What is name?
Some international phrase books.
Learn Norwegian
An angel that you can decorate.
and hang from any
Hang
personal
from any
piercing.
orifice. A little bag of white powder and a tiny little spoon and a blue rose.
That's what we're going to say.
I'm not saying what the white powder is.
Not going to say.
Let's see if you're brave enough to try it. The last Twingo is Life pencil. That
Wow.
means when we come back in Halloween.
Does that mean the Twingo's no longer alive?
In Halloween, all new pencils.
My God.
What are they going to say? A donut eraser.
Eraser.
A chubba chubba chip chop and a
That's
coffee
not what
coffee
they're called.
got.
Stop it.
Is it a pog?
No.
What is a pog?
No, it's a bird. It's
not
a
a
magnet.
bag. It's a magnet of Benjamin Lush licking his hand. There
I'm
we
not-
go. Benjamin Lush licking his hand
Hand licker,
As
they
a-
call me.
as a magnet. And I mean, I bet you never thought you'd get that.
Well, who did?
A red Diamond City soap.
See, that looks more like a pog, but it's not.
Is it a pog?
No, it's a bat. It's a
Is
magnet.
it a pog?
No,
It's another magnet. But this has got the pog lady, as you
it's
said.
the pog
This is the
lady.
pog lady. It's the log lady as a magnet. Do you even know who the log lady is, Patrick? And another magnet, the third magnet of the
Oh,
night.
you're all magnetised.
But look-
How do magnets work?
It's me.
It's you.
It's me.
In front of the
It's
train
me.
car.
In front of the train car where we did all those murders. A signed photo of me and Benjamin Lush. A pine cone, your very own pine cone to insert or display as you see
As you
fit.
see fit.
You're an adult, you can decide. And a knitted owl.
Now, this is a multicoloured affair. What's going on here?
Special.
First of all,
This-
what are the colours?
This, I would say, is cream
Ooh,
and black.
cream and black. And what is its name, this owl?
I think this
This
owl,
cream and black owl.
this cream and black owl is called Carlos.
Carlos, the cream and black owl of...
Do you know when you go to try and clean out the oven and you find some old chips in that gap between the oven door
Oh, yeah.
and the oven?
Really crispy.
Really crispy, been there way too long. Carlos is the owl that will tell you if a chip has fallen down the crevices between the owl, the
It's a
oven.
crevice owl.
It's a crevice owl. Carl, the crevice owl, giving you advanced warning if there's an old chip between the oven and the oven door. I mean, you
Who
can't.
couldn't do that
You can't.
with that?
You can't buy that kind of entertainment.
I mean, you literally can't enough. So.
You can't buy the coloured ones are only given away as prizes. If you buy one at the RRR Club, you only get one of the brown owls. So the coloured
Like in
owls
the brownies.
only available to people who play Twingo. Carlos is coming to you, Patrick.
Check out those chips.
Probably won't come until after the bank holiday. What with all the strikes and all. Oh, again. It's the exact same place. And I kicked it again. So yeah, so all of those prizes I will probably post middle of next week, because postage strikes. We will be back on the Thursday before Halloween, which is the 27th.
Thank you.
We will be back on the 27th for Twingo. Hopefully everybody prays and puts out their Christmas stockings. Sam Hain will join us.
Not Christmas. Halloween.
But I stopped getting the veg delivery box, so Sam might not make it.
We'll make it.
Sam is going to be back. Before we go, Wendy, the black chili seeds didn't
did
come
not-
to anything.
They came to Nout, but it was a nice idea.
It was a nice
we were
idea.
quite excited, but they
But
just.
the black chili seeds did not come
Whereas
to.
the tomatoes, we've had a few.
The first batch of tomatoes, fine. Second batch of tomatoes made from a sliced tomato buried in soil. Holy moly, it's like the Amazon on that window ledge over there. You can't see it. It's like the Amazon because
It's in the
sat on it.
rainforest, not the multinational corporation.
So yeah, the black chili seeds didn't come. So the next time you cut open a black chili, send me the seeds, Wendy, and I'll try again.
Be a seed sender.
I'm gonna go. Pete, they're all kicking off that they paid for pogs. I didn't even know what a pog was when you paid. Behave yourselves, kids. I'm going to go and maybe having a cup of tea, try and make the pain in my chest go away a little bit, and leave you to do that thing what you do.
I do the same.
27th of October, we'll be back. And it'll be a little cooler, and I won't keep tripping over the fan.
Well, maybe.
Bye.
And that, my people, my neighbours, you there, ladies, gentlemen, and others, that was Twingo 74. Don't say we didn't warn you. Don't say you didn't know what you were getting into. You're all adults. You volunteered for this kind of maltreatment via your ears, via your eyes, via your senses, your extrasensory perceptions. Yes, that was Twingo 74. We'll be back on the 27th of October for Halloweeny Twingo. Hallowingo? Does that work? Not really. But until then, do look after yourselves. Stay safe. If you think you want to wear a mask, ignore anyone that doesn't want you to. Wear a mask if you want to. Wash your hands. That's always good advice. And don't, and I cannot emphasize this enough, please don't lick the doorknobs. I thank you and good night. This way out.